The smell of your skin lingers on me now.
The RCMP have been inundated with tips in their investigation into the death of Amanda Todd. She's the teenager who committed suicide after posting a video on YouTube detailing her painful experience with bullies.
What kind of person bullies a vulnerable child online? Most parents with an internet connection realize how naive that question sounds in this, the age of the troll. In fact, the more relevant question is what kind of person ridicules a child's memory even after she's taken her own life? Tonight, we have the story of a family asking just that after 3 years of hell that began with their 12-year-old, a webcam, and one bad decision.
That's peaceful, that's harmonious.
Never mind, you'll find someone like you.
I want you to meet Amanda.
All the while keeping Amanda close by, her ashes where Carol can always talk to her.
Don't forget me, I'll play, I'll remember you said.
What was her last message to you?
That she loved me, to not be mad at her. That she would always be my Princess Snowfoot.
Go!
Hey guys, this is a promise, so I hope you guys like it.
Meanwhile, another girl from Blog has been talked about a lot this week. Announcing Amanda. She has been blocked a few times on Blog for showing. She said she has been IP banned from Blog TV and ended up moving to Wicked Camp Chat to sing like she usually does.
Welcome to another edition of the Daily Capper. We just wanted to help provide a few more details to the recent Amanda Todd tragedy. The majority of people seem misinformed. The media tends to miss out on a lot of key information, others have no idea what they're talking about, and police investigators have no understanding of the internet at all. While people have made Amanda Todd's case into an example of bullying, what they tend to overlook is the capping and blackmail aspect of the story. Contrary to what the media believes, this wasn't just a petty case of cyberbullying. For them to continue to get the capping community mixed up with cases such as sexting, is just insulting. As most of you know, we did a report on Amanda Todd during the time this tragic series of events began occurring. We are able to confirm the timeline in which this all began, as well as a background and information on those involved. There is one thing we can confirm about Amanda. On January 4, 2011, she commented on our video report, in which she was featured, detailing how she was being blackmailed. She states that she did in fact contact the police about her situation. Obviously, they were of no real assistance. It truly is a sad reality that the only time the police will really care, is after someone loses their life. The unfortunate thing is, that's not going to change.
You don't know my name, you don't know anything about me. I try to play nice, I wanna be in your game. The things that you say, you may think I never hear about them, but our words travels fast, I'm telling to your face. I'm standing here inside my head, you don't be outside the crowd. You don't know what it's like to be left out, and you don't know how it feels to be your best friend on the outside looking in. Every day is so wonderful, and suddenly it's hard to breathe. Now and then I get insecure for the fame. I'm so ashamed. And I am beautiful in every single way. Words can bring you down. And I am beautiful in every single way. Words can bring you down. So don't you bring me down. You would hold my hand and sing to me. Found myself today. Oh, I found myself in runaway. Something pulled me back. A voice of reason I forgot I had. All I know is you're not here to say what we used to say, but it's written in the sky tonight. So I won't give up, no I won't break down. Sooner than it seems, life turns around. And I will be strong, even when it all goes wrong. When I'm standing in the dark, I'll still believe someone's watching over me. It doesn't matter what people say. It doesn't matter how long it takes. Believe in yourself and follow your heart. Thanks. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all our sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard.
This is as much for her as it is for the rest of us.
Amanda Todd was just 15 years old when she took her own life in 2012. The Port Coquitlam teenager was bullied relentlessly and tormented online. She left behind a YouTube video where she used flashcards to describe how she'd been blackmailed by someone online. Now the Dutch man accused of cyberbullying her has been extradited to Canada to face charges in BC. It's something Amanda's mother, Carol Todd, has been waiting almost 9 years to see.
Knowing on that day that he had indeed landed and he was on our Canadian soil, it was kind of, it rocked my boat. It shocked my system. It brought me back. The goal and the dream is to have a conviction and that he is held responsible for the alleged crimes that he may have committed to my daughter.
The BC Prosecution Service confirmed Friday that 42-year-old Aiden Coban from the Netherlands made his first court appearance in BC on December 8th. He's facing 5 charges, including extortion, possession of child pornography, communication with a young person to commit a sexual offense, and criminal harassment. He was charged in Canada back in 2014, but had to face unrelated fraud and blackmail charges in the Netherlands first.
We've waited a long time for him to land in Canada, but he's here now, and we can look forward to a trial. Not sure when that will be, but it's not only for me. It's for everyone else who has followed Amanda's story since day one. Everyone who wants to see some justice prevail.
But despite waiting years for a Canadian trial, Carol Todd says it's not the most important thing that's happened.
In the middle of all this, Amanda's legacy was created, and Amanda's legacy was built for awareness, for teaching others, for bringing hope. And that's the important part for me.
Coban remains in custody and is scheduled to appear in court in New Westminster on February 12.
Rumina Daya joins us now from the courthouse where the jury has just begun deliberating. Rumina.
Farah, there is no question 15-year-old Amanda Todd was the victim of crimes. But who was behind the online sextortion? Identity is at the center of this case. Crown is trying to prove 44-year-old Dutch citizen Aiden Coban was behind 22 phony user accounts used to sexually blackmail the BC teen through Facebook half a world away. Amanda killed herself in 2012, weeks before the teen shared her story of blackmail, torment, and depression in a haunting YouTube video viewed by millions worldwide.
I'm hopeful, but I can't base my hope on 100% because if I don't hear those words of guilty 5 times, I'll be really upset, I'll be really disappointed, and I'll go down that rabbit hole. It's not only me that has been advocating and making a voice the story of Amanda, it's everyone that has embraced her story.
A colossal amount of evidence was seized from Coban's holiday home in the Netherlands, including several hard drives, the name Amanda Todd appearing multiple times. Crown claims the hard drives contain enough information to prove only one person is responsible. Defense told the jury there is no link between the online extortionist and Coban, arguing the evidence shows other people were using the Facebook accounts. Plus, some of the devices showing communication with Amanda could have come into Coban's possession because he was a computer repairman. Justice Devlin warned the jury Amanda's death is not part of this trial. Coban has pleaded not guilty to all 5 charges, including possession of child pornography, extortion, and
guilty on all charges. That's the finding of the jury in the BC Supreme Court trial of Aiden Coban, a 44-year-old Dutchman accused of multiple offenses in connection with the death of BC teen Amanda Todd. Coban was accused of extortion, harassment, communication with a young person to commit a sexual offense, and possession and distribution of child pornography in relation to the Port Coquitlam girl. Todd was 15 years old when she died by suicide in 2012 after posting a video that described being tormented by an online harasser. That following a 3-year online sextortion campaign.
Now Aiden Coban has been found guilty, which we knew. I knew in my heart of hearts that it was him, right? And justice has been served for Amanda. She's not here. Well, she might be somewhere watching us, but she's not here to see it. But this is her moment.
Since her death, millions of people have watched the video. The jury's unanimous verdict comes a day after deliberations got underway.
This is not what we hoped for or expected, and now we need to consider our options. So we'll speak to our client. An appeal is a possibility, but we need some time to decide. First step is sentencing, and then we'll have 30 days to decide if we're going to file an appeal. It's been a long 9 weeks. We're going to take some time to think about it. and then we'll decide the next steps.
Coban was extradited from the Netherlands to Canada in 2020.
I want him to have the maximum he can get in Canada.
A sentencing date for a man who extorted and harassed BC teen Amanda Todd, while new research warns about the risks Canadian children face with cyberbullying. Aiden Coban, the Dutchman convicted on 5 charges last Saturday, is scheduled to start his sentencing hearing on September 20th. Amanda was 15 years old when she died by suicide in 2012 after posting a YouTube video describing being tormented online. Mother Carol Todd spoke outside the courthouse in New Westminster Thursday.
Amanda's case has to set a precedent that exploitation online, sextortion online, harassment online, luring, grooming is not acceptable.
Research from McAfee says Canadian children experience cyberbullying at about the same rate as youth globally, but they're the least likely to look for help, and their parents act on it less often than others.
We are not also talk about this kind of topic as often as we're supposed to be. So I think maybe among the education system, maybe we should actually focus on more on this topic.
Coban threatened to show explicit photos of the Port Coquitlam teen to her friends and family unless she performed sexual acts in front of a web camera. Carol has become an anti-bullying advocate and says what happened to Amanda could be a starting point to talk about sextortion and online harassment.
We have a real-life story here in our communities right now, and so we learn from real-life stories. It's not fiction. It really happened.
Stunning development today at the sentencing hearing for the Dutch man who was found guilty of harassing and extorting BC teenager Amanda Todd online before she took her own life.
In a clear signal of how serious the crimes are, a BC Supreme Court justice handed down an even stiffer sentence for Aiden Coban than the Crown had asked for. Romina Dea is live outside the courthouse now with more on how this dramatic and emotional day unfolded. Romina.
Chris, tears and hugs in courtroom 209 when Justice Devlin's bold decision came down. The judge sentencing 44-year-old Aiden Coban to a 13-year jail sentence.
That was amazing. It was amazing because it was justice for Amanda.
Amanda Todd's family overjoyed and relieved. Justice Devlin saying a severe sentence is necessary to deter online child predators. Ruining Amanda's life was Mr. Coban's expressly stated goal and was sadly one that he achieved. He enjoyed his victims' escalating distress. He possesses a serious risk to society. I'm not confident that rehabilitation is a viable option at this time.
I still think it could even be more. It really needs to be hit hard. It's a big problem, and hopefully this does take it to that higher level.
We did it. We did it for you. We did it for everyone.
Devlin praising Amanda's courage for posting her never-ending story of torment, fear, humiliation, and depression. The Port Coquitlam teen, 15, when she ended her life a decade ago. Crown argued for 12 years, defense 2 years. In the end, Coban's Canadian sentence of 13 years will be served after the Dutch one. Coban has 2 years left on his 11-year sentence in the Netherlands, where he was convicted for crimes against 33 children, as young as 9 and 10 years old.
I want him to stay in prison. There's 2 parts to it. Him staying in prison and case law in Canada changing. That's precedent setting.
Friday's victory, a decade in the making. The Todd family thanking Crown, police, and everyone who didn't give up on Amanda.
Found myself today.
The teen's legacy very much alive. Saving other children from the same devastation is Amanda's story.
She's made a difference. Amanda always told me when she was alive that she wanted to be a famous singer. Amanda, you made it. People know who you are and what you've done.